I just filmed this section and looked at it and realized it was on time lapse, which would have made no sense at all. So what I'm going to do is just actually compare. I was talking about the 10mm Mylar that I'd used previously, and this is it. This is not transparent. It's actually white stencil film. It's 30 centimeters or 12 inches by 12 inches. And it is a lot more sturdy and a lot thicker, and I think it's good for bigger stencils, like bigger cuts. It's also good if you have a raised medium that you want to do a stencil on. I think that's a lot better, but this is the 4mm, and as you can see, it's nowhere near as sturdy or thick. It even sounds different. And this is transparent, so you can see through it, but I have a feeling this is going to be a lot easier to cut, that's for sure. And then we have the acetate, which I really didn't know what the difference was. I have looked it up since I've ordered it, and in one post it says it's pretty much the same thing. I think probably the difference between the acetate and the Mylar would be if you're getting a thicker Mylar, you know, the thickness of it. But to be honest, the acetate and this 4mm Mylar, it's pretty much the same thing. I think these acetate rolls are good though, because if you want a really large stencil, say you have a 60 centimeter mat on your Cricut machine and you want, say, a large stencil for a wall or a big piece of furniture, this would be good because it comes in a continuous roll. I think it even comes in a 5-meter roll too. But to be honest, you know, if you're making normally repetitive stencils anyway, so if you want a repetitive stencil with a smaller piece, it's fine, it'll join up. So that's that, and we'll get started in cutting some out.
So I'm just going into the Cricut design space, and I typed in stencil to see what they have as far as preset stencil settings, and they have a few. The Stencil Mylar 10, 4 and 7, they're mine. I put them in there, so I won't worry about those. But we've got flexible stencil film, smart stencil, stencil film, 0.4mm and stencil vinyl. Just clicking on the flexible stencil film, just to have a look at exactly what the settings are, and you can see that's got 110 cut pressure. The pass is off, and it's got a fine point blade, and I know straight away just from past experience that that's not going to work. It's not going to cut through this vinyl film. So I'll have a look at the next one, which is Smart Stencil, and that's exactly the same. That's 110, the pass is off, and it's a fine point blade. Yeah, I'm not sure whether they're thinking that that is not plastic, whether that might be vinyl. I'm just not sure, although there was a stencil vinyl there as well. I'm thinking the stencil film 0.4mm might be the one I could try as well, because this has a 300 cut pressure, a 3 times pass, and a fine point blade. So that one out of all of them seems to be the most obvious one. So actually, what I'll just say here to the cutting mat protector, I have used that for the carrier sheet, and that is a plastic, and that I made stencils out of that, and that did work as well. Although I did use the deep point blade for that. Actually, for all the stencil plastics that I cut, I always use the deep point blade, and you will see why soon. But I'm going to go in with the settings I made, and I made my own settings for the stencil 4mm. You can see the stencil 10mm is there that I've done already. Stencil 7mm that I will be doing, I just put a tentative settings in for that. But the stencil 4mm, these are the settings I've put in and what I'll be using to cut this Mylar and acetate. So 350 cut pressure, the pass is off, but I have a deep point blade. You can sort of compare that with the 10mm and the 7mm. The 10mm is the same, but a 5 pass, and the 7mm is a 3 pass, which I haven't tried yet. I will be in the future, but I just sort of assumed that that could be what was needed for that. So if you want to put that into your own settings, you go down to Browse Materials, Add New Material. When you click on Add New Material, it will come up with put the material name in, and it will give you the prompts then to put those settings into the Cricut materials list. And I always put more pressure on at this point as well. So what I'm going to be cutting out first of all is this flower design, and you can see here looking close that it is actually cutting there. Not sure if it's cut right through at this stage and how it's going to weed, but at this point I'm sort of thinking that it will be okay.
So as I'm pulling it up, it's sort of weeding itself, apart from a few little bits that I'll just have to go out later and take out. But you can see here, see how it's leaving behind the pattern, and it's just pulling up the stencil. See, and that worked really well. There are a few little pieces that are still in there, but they will come out easily. No problem. And I'll weed those out now, and then we might go and try it and see what it's like.
So they just pop out really easily, and that in itself is sort of satisfying to do, I find. But I thought I would try now the stencil setting, the stencil film 0.4mm that Cricut had set into their materials, because I thought if any out of all of the ones Cricut had put in, this one would cut. I wasn't sure, but I thought I would try it. So I first tried it on a very, very simple design. I actually added, instead of default, I put more pressure on as well. Like I said, I always do that. And I thought I would try it on a very simple design, and that's that little hibiscus flower. And we'll just see how that cuts out. That actually cut out really well. You can see there that it cut out well, and there was no problems with that design. But to truly compare with the flower design I did first, I redid it with this setting, with that particular stencil, and it didn't work. At the top of the pieces were cut out, but down the bottom there were a whole heap of pieces that weren't even cut through the plastic, and then the border around it wouldn't come out either, like it wouldn't peel. So that was no good. I will be sticking to my settings moving forward with all of the stencil designs, and I'm just going to try the stencil out now. I use a roller, pretty dry roller, and I just tape it down and go over it, and we'll see how that comes up. And I was really pleased. It's so nice and crisp, and for such a little design too, it could be easy for it to bleed through and sort of merge in with each other, but it didn't. It was very crisp, and I would be happy to put that on a piece of furniture, on the side of a drawer, or even on the outside of a piece of furniture too. I also did the first one where I actually found the settings or discovered the settings that would work. I made this flower, and this was the very first one I cut out, and you can see how fine those cuts are there, and it goes through it no problem, and its stencil's lovely too, nice and crisp.
The acetate that I used for the Mylar. See how that goes.
so now it's time to try the acetate, and I'm going to be trying some designs with the acetate and using my settings. I'm not going to waste it by using the Cricut setting, because if it doesn't work, it's a waste of material. I've gone into Canva and I'm just designing my own stencil design. I went into Elements and found some leaves, just making them different sizes and putting them all around the canvas. Thought I would do this. This is quite a big cut, the size of these cuts, so there's going to be quite a big hole because the black part of this design is what actually gets cut out and you won't see. So I thought it would be interesting on a really thin piece of stencil film to see how this will not only cut, but how this will stencil too when it comes to actually painting it on. Will it be okay? Will it be too big? Like, how will it work? I put my setting in, more pressure, and I cut this out. This was really easy to pull off. You do have to be careful, and especially because this design has very, very thin lines and thin pieces of plastic that are still left. You do have to be careful. You can't just rip it off. Again, there were some pieces that hadn't stuck to the mat. They just popped out really, really simply and really easily. But you can see the one thing with the acetate, especially when you buy it in a roll, is that it curls up. And that was the one thing that sort of didn't annoy me, but it was just a bit of a nuisance when you're trying to work with it. It was sort of curling up, and that's probably the only thing with this acetate. I felt too that it was a little bit thinner than the Mylar. It just didn't feel or even sound as sturdy. It just sounded really crackly, and but in saying that, it cut really well too. So what I'm going to do now is, with the acetate film, I'm going to try it on a very, very intricate sort of pattern, for something that has smaller cuts, and I'll just see how that works. When I actually put it into Cricut though, this pattern did have a lot of really, really tiny little cuts, and I thought the machine would cut it, but I thought it just mightn't stencil up very well. So what I did was I took it out and put it in paint, and I thought I would just delete the little tiny pieces there. You can see that I'm just taking out, because I don't think they do that much to the design really. You're not going to miss them, and they're just very little, a little bit too small I think for the stencil. This design was also from Canva. Actually, Canva's a little bit different now, because you can't, when you take a design out of Elements, if you are just trying to download that design as one design on your canvas, it won't let you, and I think it has to do with copyright. To use their designs, you have to change them up somehow. So I think that's the reason it won't let you do that. Just using the same settings, my settings that I had previously put in, and going to cut that out and we'll see how that goes. So this again is coming off the canvas really well, and I'm pleased, really pleased with it. Again, there are little bits left behind, but they're easy enough. They just pop out really easily, and yeah, so I was pleased with that. I thought I'm back into Canva again. I thought I would just try another design, because after I actually filmed all this, I did cut out a few more stencils because I really love doing it. I got these lips. I thought they'd make a cute stencil. What I've got to remember with stencils is, though, when you have a black piece like the lip there, you can see when that is cut out, everything within it will be cut out. So it's going to cut out those little shiny white bits as well. They're not going to come through in the stencil, but it still worked out fine. I might do another video actually on designing stencils, because not every design or every picture that you see or would like as a stencil will be suitable. I'm still trying to figure that out, but yeah, it's fun. I don't mind it. And yeah, I'm just cutting that out. I'm at the point now where I've done all of my stencils, and what I want to do is try them out. So I've got the lips. You'll see the other two that I tried out earlier, the flowers. I cut this one out, and that was designed on Canva. The leaves, and that one too, which is really pretty. And now I am going to try them out. I have a bit of MDF left over. I'll just be using the one I used before. I did want to try them out on this piece of furniture, but I haven't finished that yet, so I couldn't do that. But I'm definitely going to be using some of these stencils on my furniture pieces. But again, I'm just using the roller. You can stipple it on. I just find the roller, as long as it's not loaded too much, the roller is fine, and really quick as well. Another important thing here, I've taped them down so they don't move, but I haven't put any spray adhesive on. So there's no spray adhesive at all on these. They're just sort of stuck down in place. And yeah, I couldn't be more happy with the results on these, actually. I was really pleased, really pleased. Really easy to do, and they just look so pretty, I think. And this particular leaf one, that was the acetate, and I thought that was so crisp and lovely. But anyway, just summarizing, these are the settings in the Cricut I used for my Mylar 4mm and my acetate stencils. To sum up, both are really easy to cut, really easy to use, and give a lovely crisp result. I use a roller. I don't use any adhesive, but I do stick it down with masking tape. My choice would be the Mylar 4, and that is just because it's a bit easier to use. It doesn't roll up, and it just feels a little bit hardier maybe, and a bit more solid, a little bit more flexible even than the acetate. But in saying that, the acetate's good too. Like I said, it rolls up a little bit. Yeah, so my choice moving forward would to be that by the Mylar 4mm. It's quick, it's easy, and it gives beautiful results. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for indulging me in this, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great week, and bye for now.